Intuition is something that works against logic. We're walking, at some point we feel that we need to increase our speed, and an ice floe falls behind us. Intuition works and tells us only once. Hello, I'm Vera Khlopkoff here with you. You clicked on this video for a reason. What intuition is, what instincts are, and how to learn how to interact with this unique quality. Most likely, there have been times in your life when some inner voice told you that you shouldn't go there, or you shouldn't fly there, or you shouldn't drive there. And at some point, you recognized that something happened, and in fact, you did the right thing, that you listened to your intuition. The biggest sticking point is to identify what is our intuition and what is just the intrusive voice of fear in our head that just holds us back from making cool, global, sweeping decisions in our lives. Intuition is closely related to instincts. Instincts are built into us, and it's our basic survival mechanism. We're walking, and at some point something inside of us triggers, and we jump aside, or we stop and a car drives by, or we're walking, and at some point we feel that we need to increase our speed and some ice falls behind us. Intuition is also closely intertwined with instincts, and the main key is that intuition works and tells you only once. Everything else, when you have some story going in the background in your head that don't do this now, or maybe it's better not to, or maybe it's better like this. That's it, that's not intuition. Intuition worked, gave information, showed a sign and disappeared. Intuition can only be developed through experience. You have to listen to yourself, then you have to do things, and then you have to do things, and then you have to watch. Yeah, I felt it, but I did the opposite. That's what it was telling me. Or I felt it and did what I felt. That's what happened. So there is no way you can learn to interact with your intuition, only by experience, by building up, by practicing, by tracking yourself and your actions. I would like to tell you that the key that intuition works once in a moment, it is actually a diamond, because it is important to capture this moment to hear it. This moment will always contradict logic. For example, you have already bought tickets to somewhere and are about to fly, but you suddenly realize don't fly. The feelings stop. Your body is not going somewhere. That is, if you start listening to what happens to your body right at the moment, you shrink or you open up, you get some offer, you feel that your energy rises, you feel joyful, your shoulders straighten. This is how intuition works in the moment. If we're talking about the everyday format of intuition, it will still be our ability to read carefully what the universe is saying, how it talks to us. So a girl meets a man, her intuition tells her that he is not a good guy, but in fact it is told by signs and beacons, the way he behaves, what he does. So it's not intuition after all. Intuition is something that works against logic.
It happens a lot in Hollywood movies when a girl meets a guy and he's super perfect and the girl says, he can't be that perfect, there's something wrong here. Is it intuition?
Yes, it's intuition. Yeah, he can't be that perfect. There's something wrong here. Intuition, because it worked in the moment and it's illogical. I mean, there's something inside her. Nothing's happening yet, and there's a feeling inside her that's signaling to her in the moment, right now, something's wrong. Energy never lies. I always talk about how energy never lies. First, there is a feeling in the body or a sensation somewhere, and then it takes the form of a thought. In general, everyone has their own way of interacting with their instincts and intuition. You just have to find this way. You have to find how exactly I interact with myself and how exactly I can receive the signals that my body sends to me. So we are so conscious, we are so powerful mechanisms, all of us. And considering what we said in the previous videos about the universe talking to us, we just need to learn to read our body language, to read our ability to interpret sensations. You see, if you lay out, for example, 6 cards and say that underneath the 6 cards, there is a card that you've wished for. Anyone has intuitive abilities, but almost no one is able to understand, as strange as it may sound, how my brain interprets the right answers. That is, through practice, technique, practice, you'll begin to understand and see, for example, oh, I have this card with the right answer. It stands out among all. Or I've got this card starting to vibrate. And you'll see 5 times that you pick the one that's vibrating. Ah, that's the tool that worked for me. So it's really all practicing.
If I feel anxious when talking to a new client, I just don't start working with them.
So what you are saying is that you thought that your body was signaling you about possible future difficulties just by excitement and experience. But this excitement and experience will also be of a certain quality. You can have excitement as in anticipation or excitement when you feel that it is about difficulties. You saw it through experience. That is, you felt it somewhere, agreed to it, and then saw what it turned into.
Is it possible to be successful without having this intuition?
I think that if you start acting attentive in general to what's going on, your intuition automatically becomes sharp. That is, as if one thing contradicts another. Success is impossible without that. If we're talking about some kind of success that happened once and then doesn't repeat itself, then probably yes. But if we're talking about a success that you repeat time after time and take it as an asset, then no, of course, then you have developed intuition because of the experience, you know?